What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Belle, your Orchid Mantis Oracle, and here I give weekly messages that help me and my fellow orchids tap into our higher selves and strengthen our intuition. These messages are not to convince you, but to help guide you through healing along your spiritual journey with patience and precision. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into the message, okay? Let's see what these mantis beings want us to know today. What's the message, all right? So, as usual, we're going to pull 4 angels to help govern this message, all right? We have the angel of death, we have the angel of beauty, we have the angel of snow, and we have the angel of root connection, all right? So, immediately, I'm getting this energy specifically about you being in this transition period or this calm state before things really ramp up and you start really experiencing these changes that you're supposed to be coming in contact with. You could be seeing numbers 555 a lot. You could be seeing sequences of ones. The sequences of sixes are messages of you balancing or keeping in mind that you're balancing work, life, and spirit in your spiritual endeavors, okay? I'm getting here specifically that there's this calmness, and the divine wants you to pay attention to everything that's happening in your life right now, because it's a lot of synchronicities and coincidences that you're going to be coming in contact with that's going to be giving you signs that there's some major change coming, okay? I'm getting here specifically that when you are finally out of this period of calmness, of period of you just kind of sitting still, there are certain things that you're going to look back on in the future and say, wow, I really should have took that as a sign that my life was going to change completely, okay? I really should have took that as a sign that, you know, I would be in a totally different state of being, all right? I'm getting here specifically that you being in this solitude and like this hermit kind of energy, the divine has you in this energy because there are things that they want to get across to you. I'm getting here specifically with these mantis beings that there could be people being sent towards you by the divine, by your guides, okay? Testing you to see if you're truly invested in what you're claiming to be invested in, especially when it comes to the divine, okay? I'm getting here specifically that the divine is sending people towards you to test to see whether you're ready for this next season of your life or not, okay? You could feel like maybe a sense of annoyance with the people that are like trying to come into your life. Once again, I'm getting the sinner's analogy of you being protected inside your palace and people coming and knocking at your door. And in the 3D reality, that looks like people trying to establish a relationship with you, or, just be someone new in your life, okay? So the divine is, I don't want to say that they're testing your, basically the divine is testing your commitment right now. If you feel like people have been coming in and I'm getting like a, I'm getting like a quick turnaround rate, like this energy where it's like people are in, people are out, people are in, you kicking them out. They coming in, you kicking them out. They coming in, you kicking them out. I'm getting here specifically that a divine in your solitude, while you're going through this transformation, before you get in this calmness, before you go into this next season of your life, the divine is trying to talk to you about the steps you need to take to go forward in this new season. So there are different things that while you're in your solitude, instead of because I'm getting here someone feeling like bored, okay? But the divine is saying like, we need you to appreciate this time and keep your ears open, your spiritual ears, your physical ears, because the divine is going to be giving you guidance and giving you clues onto what you should be focusing on right now in this phase of your life, okay? The divine is saying these people that we're sending into you, we're just testing your discernment. We're just testing to see if your boundaries are actually your boundaries. We're testing to see if you open your door because you're bored. We're testing to see if you open your door because you're lonely. Do you feel our presence? Do you feel us around, always helping you, assisting you, and leading you and guiding you? Okay. I'm getting here specifically like the divine kind of just being really, really close with you with this connection card. Okay. Like the divine showing face a lot to you in your everyday um, endeavors. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some tarot. I'm gonna pull from the Star Tarot because I kind of want to see because I'm getting here like the divine wants to tell you something. Like there's something that the divine needs to get across to you about this new season that you're coming into your life. Okay, and the divine also wants to is sending you these 6 sequences like 666 or 656 or 626 or 616. These 6 sequences are signs and synchronicities that is trying to prepare you for the next season and let you know that you're going to have to make sure that you're balancing out like these different aspects of your life properly. Like the divine is saying here specifically, we don't want you to focus too much on work. We don't want you to focus too much on relationships. We also don't want you to be stagnant either. So divine is saying that when you come into this new season, there are going to be so that they don't want you to feel overwhelmed about what's coming in for you. But at the same time, they want to make you aware that when you're going into this new season, you're going to have to prioritize balancing out what you're giving your attention, how long you're giving it your attention, what's important to you, and what really does not matter. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some tarot because I kind of want to figure out like what these messages are relating to when it comes to this new season. Like, what exactly are what is this big change gonna be? Like related to. Okay, let's see if we can get some. Then to clarify this angel of death. Okay, 8 of Pentacles. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. There might be more there. Okay, look. There might be you might have to learn how to balance your checkbook. If you get what I'm saying. Okay, you might have to learn how to I'm getting here specifically, right? You have these different wounds that is directly connected to your money. And so the divine needs you in this solitude to heal these certain wounds so that you're not oozing money. You're not bleeding money. Okay, with this and this kind of stuck out to me how it's like this opening, it's like a hole. Okay, so the divine is saying like you have little potholes in your auric field that kind of leak your abundance a little bit. And with the amount of blessings coming in for you and this abundance that's coming in for you, for you, it's like the divine is trying to wake you up to to these these little potholes because there are people who are going to be able are going to try to benefit from your blind spots or your weak spots. Okay, this could also mean, well, I'm getting here specifically this being just like abundance and um, maybe you are changing your mindset when it comes to money. Maybe you're coming into a more abundant mindset where you're not saying that you're BROKE. Okay, that's so crazy for you to be saying, all right? Uh, saying that you're BROKE, thinking about how much you have left over how much you're how soon something's gonna run out. Instead of thinking about how you can be more resourceful with what you have. Okay, so I'm getting here big energy surrounding your abundance and like your money and things like that, and you going into this new season and needing to learn or needing to heal these specific wounds in this calmness, in this state where you're just sitting still and waiting on the divine to tell you when to move. Okay, I'm getting here specifically that people could be intrigued by your beauty, and this is the way that they're able to tell what your weaknesses are and how they can kind of like plug into these potholes that you have in your auric field. Okay, So let's see what we can get here to clarify this beauty, angel of beauty, okay? So divine is saying like we're protecting you heavily because we know how pure and beautiful your heart is, and we just don't want anyone, or we're not going to allow anyone to come in and try to exploit that, okay? So the divine is saying if you're bored right now, it's because it's something that you need to focus on internally so that you can go into this new season, okay? But can we get something for this beauty card? Let's see. Ooh, the devil. That's what I was saying, right? So people could be intrigued by your beauty. I'm getting here people pretending to be admired, or people pretending to be like, you know how some people are jealous, and so they they manufacture admiration to get closer to you, to try to pick you apart, okay? But it's just your beauty that's really calling these people in. It's like a moth to a flame, okay? In this new season that you're going in, before you go into it, you're going to attract good, you're going to attract bad, but you're going to need to know how to shuffle through all of it, how to differentiate who's there for good and who's there to take, okay? Let's see what we can get when it comes to this angel of snow, because I'm getting a lot of solitude, kind of like hermit kind of energy, okay? This standstill. You could be like I was saying earlier, like about this high turnaround rate. You could be at any little red flag, or whether it's friend, family, platonic, relationships, like, you know what I'm saying, like any little red flag. Yeah, see, the divine is saying your solitude will lead to your son. Your solitude will lead to, it's like the divine is like, stay to yourself right now, because I have so much in store for you, that you're going to be happy that you had this time to yourself, to enjoy these final moments and really reflect on everything that you've been through and everything that you survived, okay? I'm getting here specifically that the divine wanting, it's like the divine and these mantis beings specifically want to have like just, they just want to sit with you. They just want to like embrace you and you know, make their presence known, that they've always been here. I'm getting this energy where you have these, you have the divine. The divine is always going to be there. You get what I'm saying? But I'm getting here specifically of these other like beings, like these mantis beings and all these other beings that are around you, assisting you. This was your community, your spirit guides, and the divine, the underworld, the heavens. This was your community. This is how you made it through these different seasons that you went through. This is how you're sitting in solitude right now. I'm seeing somebody like, when you play Duck Duck Goose, I'm seeing this person and sitting in the middle, and it's just like a big circle around them. I'm seeing multiple circles around this person. They think they're alone. They think they're in solitude, but there's really like a lot of spiritual protection surrounding this person. There's a lot of guides and you know spirits there to assist you. But this person in the middle of these circles think that they're alone to some certain extent. Till still, they still kind of feel like alone, but so the divine is trying to wake you up to this fact that, look, we've been here this entire time. Why do you think your discernment is so sharp now? Why do you think that you're able to shuffle through BS? Because we've been here this entire time. But I'm getting here, you're coming out of this solitude and having mainly your spirit guides and your angels and whatever around you assisting you, to having people in the 3D around you and assisting you that are meant to come in contact with you in this season. So it's like you're going from a spiritual wealth in numbers and individuals to 3D, abundance in individuals, which is the reason why you had to go through all these things when it came to people. this betrayal wound is kind of deep. All right. These wounds are pretty deep, and it's because when you're going next, there's going to be more people around you. And so the divine has to send people in to test to see if your boundaries are set in stone or if they're on shaky ground. Send people in to test to see if you will pay attention to red flags and not still let people and give people the benefit of the doubt when they don't deserve it, because who are they? Okay. But I'm seeing like you're in this calmness right now, and then all of a sudden everything changes. Everything changes. Okay. Let's see what we can get. Okay, to clarify this root connection, I got the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So divine, I'm seeing here, like with this Seven of Pentacles, it's like you have this harvest. Everything that you've accomplished, everything that you've obtained, right? And if we're looking at it plainly, like how I'm looking at you and how you're looking at me, right now it could seem that there's no one around me. But in the Seven of Pentacles, okay, it's like you and all your abundance you can't see, abundance you can physically show for, you know, results from your work. Like is this is like the fruits that you've bared. It's like you're walking around with these baskets of fruit that you've bared. They're good fruit, they're ripe, they're ready to consume. Okay. I'm getting here specifically like you've been blessed with these things because you trusted in something that you couldn't see, something you couldn't conceptualize, a voice that you didn't know where it was coming from, but it led you in the right direction, so you kept following it. So the divine is like, look, now that you know we're here and that we're not going anywhere, we'll always be here, and whether you have 5 people or 5 million people around you or whatever, you get what I'm saying, we're always here. You have a home base. You don't necessarily have to 100% depend on these new people coming into your life because you have a home base. All the things you went through was the divine and these other beings that are here to assist you, was them trying to show you you have a home base. You're not alone, even if you feel like it. We're around you heavily. Okay, let's go ahead and pull. I want to pull from this deck right here. Pull from this deck. Then we're gonna get an angel. Okay, actually, let's get an angel to help us with closeout, and then we're gonna pull from that second deck. Okay, because after this deck, we're gonna get a card of advice, and then we're gonna close out. Come on, please. Just one at a time. Okay, so we have the angel of spirituality. So it's like it's this energy where like the divine had to put you in these cycles in your life, right? You see like, oh, he got all these, I'm looking at these kind of like different moons, all these mini moons that you've experienced, right? And the divine, it's like, because it's crazy because they're around you so heavily. But if they in any a normal person, if you don't make your presence known, you think you're doing it all yourself. You think you're accomplishing all these things on your own, that is a one-man band. But the divine was not trying to break you down and let you know, oh, you're not in control. No, the divine wasn't trying to do that. The divine was trying to show you, look, I'm here for you. You don't have to pull all this weight alone. Okay? You have assistance. And everything that's supposed to happen for you is going to happen for you. You're not going to miss out on anything. Whatever you need, you will get it when you need it. As long as you maintain the posture of your heart and maintain a positive intent and don't be out here intentionally trying to do stuff to people, you will always be good. You will always get what you need exactly when you need it. Okay, let's go ahead and pull from this deck, and then I'm gonna close out. Get some. Let's see what's up with this Eight of Pentacles. Okay, what's going on with this Eight of Pentacles energy? Forgiveness. Ooh. So I'm getting here specifically that Remember when I was talking about these potholes that you have in your auric field that kind of leak out your abundance and makes it hard for you to hold on to, guala. Or I'm getting here maybe someone like emotional spending. Okay. What's that called? Retail therapy. All right. The divine is saying here specifically that a lot of these wounds that you have, forgiveness can fix. When you forgiveness is not just forgiving other people. Forgiveness is actually also forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself for things that you weren't able to pick up on because you maybe didn't have the discernment back then. Maybe you were a little bit more green or gullible. You just didn't know. So the divine is saying you need to forgive others, and you also need to forgive yourself and stop beating yourself up for things that you just were simply not aware of. Okay? Let's see what this devil card got. Let's see if we can get a card to clarify this devil. All right. Expansion. Yes. Yeah. So the divine is saying like there is some like you have a lot coming for you. You're gonna be getting like I'm getting here like you're gonna be having more, so much that you can give back. Okay, so much that you can reach backwards or whatever or invest. And I'm getting here that the people are going to try to flatter you and try to tell you about how physically amazing you are and make it seem like, you know, they're here to just uplift you, but really they're just after this expansion that you have coming in. They can smell the abundance. You might not be able to tell because you're in it and you have to heal things and da da da, and you- you're aware of time and all these different things. But these people who have nothing to lose, these people who don't have motivation to go out and get it like you do, that don't have motivation to go out and make something happen, do something for themselves, they could see your abundance from a mile away. Okay, I'm getting here specifically. You could also probably be in this state where you're remember when I was talking about the quick turnaround rate? This could feel comfortable to you. Being to yourself could feel good right now. And the divine is saying, even if you didn't feel like that in the past, but now you're feeling more comfortable to be alone, more comfortable to be in your own energy. This is what you need to be able to manifest genuine connection. When you genuinely appreciate your own energy, that's how you manifest connections that are there to assist you and not take from you. Okay, I'm getting here specifically, don't feel bad for being happy to be alone. Like, don't feel bad for wanting to be alone. Okay, I'm getting here this power clarifying this Seven of Pentacles when I was saying about you having this abundance, like the fruits of your labor. Okay, it's like your internal, like your will is so strong. That's the reason why you have all this spiritual and physical abundance that you carry. Okay, it's like you have this harvest with you, and it's because of your will. It's because of the fact that you're willing to put in the work to get where you need to go to get what you need. You're not worried about how it's going to make other people feel for you to follow your dreams, to follow your heart, and do what you're being called to do. And this is the reason why you have accomplished so much and why you're going to keep accomplishing. Okay, let's get a card of advice, and then we're going to go ahead and close out. All right. Be kind to yourself and others. What was I saying about forgiving yourself and forgiving others? And this is how you're gonna cement, pour that cement and those. Excuse me, those are my cats. Um, I'm getting here specifically. You really taking the time out. This solitude that you're in right now, taking the time out to treat to Be more gentle with yourself, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, letting stuff be what it was, and going into a more prosperous season, okay? I'm going to go ahead and close out. If you like this message, go ahead, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Push these messages out to the algorithm. Share with somebody that you know needs to hear it, okay? The other orchids need to know that there's somewhere for them. There's a place for them. They don't know if we don't tell them, okay? So go ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe. Do what you got to do. Whenever we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to go ahead and start offering personal readings. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe. Adios.